What's happening, YouTube? Guys, I want to do a quick video. I want to talk about the iPhone. I want to talk about what I think we're going to see in this upcoming iPhone. I want to talk about what we know today. I want to talk about the speculation that stands today. And I want to talk about what you guys want to see out of the upcoming iPhone. Do you think what we will potentially see is enough? What would you like to see that you know will not come to the iPhone? That you have no doubt Apple will never do with the iPhone? So, 2 days ago, Apple launched iOS 7 Beta 4. And by fucking accident, they might have leaked one of the most interesting aspects of the new device. And that would be the fingerprint scanner. Turns out, a London-based developer by the name of Hamaz Sood uncovered an intriguing code in Beta 4 named Biometric Kit UI. Now, this potentially confirms the rumors that Apple's new device is going to have the fingerprint scanning technology. Now, if you guys keep up on politics at all, you'll know that the politicians have been pushing on smartphone manufacturers for quite some time now to up their game in the way of security. And the reason for this is people are more often than not using their smartphones to pay for things. They're using their smartphones to board planes. They're using their smartphones to pay for movie tickets. They're using their smartphones for, damn near everything you can imagine. You get a hold of somebody's smartphone and you access it, you can pretty much access any aspect of their life. So there's a good reason for the general populace wanting better security. So Apple back in 2012 decided to acquire a company by the name of Authentic. For $365 million, Apple picked this company up who happens to specialize in biometrics. Now, I don't think what we're going to see out of this fingerprint scanner is a novelty type item. What I have found, aside from two things, maps, sorry, Apple doesn't tend to put technology to the forefront and put it in front of the customer until it's perfected. Love Apple, hate Apple, whatever you want. What they do, they tend to do pretty well. Now, whether they're copying shit, whether they're flat out stealing shit, whatever it is, they just tend to do it pretty well. Now, there's a lot of other rumors floating around. There's talks of a multitude of things. But here's what I would like to see. And I think there is a good possibility that some of these things will happen. First, I'll tell you why I think these changes are going to take place. Now, I'm not 100% certain on this, and I could be dead wrong. Actually, it's probably a good possibility that I'm fucking wrong, because I'm typically wrong, which is fine because I've come to accept that. But regardless, the reason I think these changes are going to take place is because what we've seen from Apple for the last 7 years. Okay, so if you take the iPhone from its inception, the iPhone 1, and then you go from the iPhone to the iPhone 3G to the iPhone 3GS. All three of those phones look pretty damn similar. The only changes that we really saw, significant changes, were in size. Okay? Then we got to the iPhone 4. When we got to the iPhone 4, those were significant changes. We saw a completely redesigned iPhone, something like we had never seen to that point. But then you go from the iPhone 4 to the iPhone 4S, from the iPhone 4S to the 5, and you really got the same device 3 times. Apple sold you the same fucking thing over and over and over. The only thing they did was change the size. Same thing with Apple's first phone through the 3GS. The same phone, just a different size. Then we got 3 more, the same fucking phone, just a different size. So, that accompanied with the fact that we're going to see a home button with software technology built into the home button, accompanied with the fact that we're seeing a completely redesigned iOS 7. Those are the reasons that I think we're going to see a redesigned iPhone. I think the phone will be different than the phone that we see today in the iPhone 5. I think the phone will be slightly wider. I think the phone will be slightly thinner. I think the phone will be lighter. I think that we will see the option for a multitude of colors. I think that we're most likely going to have the option of going all the way up to 128 gig on storage. Obviously, we're going to see a 12 or 13 megapixel camera. You know, those are the major changes that I think we're going to see with the iPhone. I think we're obviously going to see the A7 processor. You know, there are other things that I would love to see Apple do that I don't honestly ever see happening. I would love to be able to expand my storage of my iPhone without having to get a completely different fucking phone. I'd love to be able to put a micro SD card in my phone and fucking, throw an extra 30 gig of storage on my phone without having to get a completely different phone. I would love to do a lot of things with my iPhone. Am I happy with the device that I have now? Yeah, I'm happy with it. Could I be happier? Absolutely. So, with all of these things said, I know it's kind of a lot to take in. This has been a long video. But with all of that said, my question to you is, what do you want to see? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm way, way, way off base? What would you like to see? What would you love to see but know you will never see in the iPhone? These are all questions I'd love to have feedback on from you guys. So leave a comment down below. Send me a message if that's what you feel like you need to do. If you've got any questions, anything I can try to answer for you, I'm more than happy to do so. If you haven't subscribed, you should subscribe. You should definitely subscribe. Guys, until next time, take care, be good, and God bless.